So most people tell you to pick a niche or become the niche. Both of those advice don't really work in 2026 and beyond. And it most definitely doesn't work for the average person just starting out making content online. So if you have multiple passions, you can and shouldn't lock yourself into a specific single topic for life. But at the same time, I also don't want to become an influencer where I chase whatever is trending at the moment. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the 3 ways you can think about your niche. 2 of them is what most people are doing, which I think it doesn't really work. And the new way to approach your niche moving into 2026 and beyond that gives me freedom and income so that I'm not trapped into a box or constantly having to chase viral trends. All right, here we go. So the first common way is to pick a niche. Now, what does that mean? That means you got to pick one topic where your channel simply talks about everything within that topic only. So a lot of business gurus tell you to do this. Pick one main topic, and within that main topic, you're going to have subtopics. For example, if you pick personal finance, under that you have credit cards, investing, managing your money, something along those lines. So you're going to try one of these subtopics, but never go outside the main topic. One of them is going to blow up. Then you're going to look at the one that blew up, figure out why it did blow up, and do more of that. This is the very common YouTube advice. Now, why does this work? Is because you're making it abundantly clear to the algorithm and to the audience who you are and what you're about. Personal finance, online business, for example. So when it's clear who you are and who you're trying to help, the algorithm can better categorize you and show your stuff to people who's already on the platform. And because you only talk about one topic, you will be seen as an expert a lot faster. All well and good, but here's the downside. And this is why it doesn't work nowadays. So in my current second channel, I only talk about how businesses can use YouTube to generate more leads for their business. And I gotta be honest, I burn out. Like, how many videos can I make about thumbnails? How many videos can I make about funnels and content? There is a finite amount until you run out of things to say. So when I decide to experiment with new topic ideas, my views tanked. And sometimes I even lose subscribers. So it's almost like the audience or the algorithm is penalizing me for not sticking to a niche. And the worst part is sometimes when you're testing out these ideas and then you have a video that takes off, then you do more of that. But unfortunately, that topic is not really what you want to be known for in the long run. So for example, in my first YouTube channel, I was talking about personal finance. So I did a bunch of topics, but there's this one investment app that was trending at the time. So when I reviewed that app, my views went up, my subscribers all went up, and then the audience wanted more. So I made another video about that app, and then the audience asked me to review another app, which I did. And then the audience keep telling me like, hey, we also want to know how to invest in Bitcoin or all these crypto things. But deep down inside, I'm not interested in this topic. So there's going to be a misalignment with the content that you make and what the audience wants. So most people would like, even though I don't like this topic or I don't know anything, I'm going to make the video anyway because that's what the audience wants, because I want to grow my channel. You're building a channel that is misaligned with who you are. Now let's go to the second common way to approach your niche. You may have heard some people say, become the niche. These are mostly from really big creators that say, don't pick a niche, don't box yourself in, you are the niche. So what does becoming the niche mean? The audience like you for who you are. Therefore, you are allowed to talk about whatever you want because they like you. It's like hanging out with a friend and you and your friend can talk about whatever. Now, the upside to this is that you have unlimited creative freedom. You can literally talk about whatever and you would still get views. People would still like you and people would still buy your recommendation because they like you. You can really be super creative. The downside to this is that the only way becoming the niche or you are the niche can work for you is if you already have an audience, meaning you're already famous online. If you're starting out and you try this, nobody knows who you are and they don't care about your life. That's why if you're starting out, do not vlog because nobody knows you. Why would they care about what you're doing day to day? And I've proved this. In my YouTube online business channel, I started to experiment a little bit about my personal life. I have a rental property and then the guy left my property really bad. So I vlogged about that because I was experimenting a new angle. It flopped. Nobody cared. If you look at the big creators who have become the niche, they became the niche by doing 2 things. Number 1, they were actually famous for sticking to a topic first. Then they grew an audience and then they slowly talk about other things. That's path number 1. Number 2, you can be the niche, but these are the creators who talk about random things, but they publish an ungodly amount of content to the point that one of these videos eventually blow up. So I'll give you an example. There's this one creator that I like to follow, Vanessa Lau. used to be known for one topic. So she started to be famous for telling people how to grow an Instagram audience. Then she grew a really big following there. Then she slowly morphed into her personal life. So now she's talking about YouTube, she's talking about online business, she's sharing her journey with her boba business. And she can do that because she has already amassed that audience in the first place. Then she can venture out more on the personal side because people connect with her. Now, the second type is you become the niche. You can talk about whatever you want. The classic example of this is Casey Neistat. He can literally make content about anything. He's a really good filmmaker. He's the OG when it comes to vlogging, and he vlogged every single day for a couple of years. I'm gonna bet money that most people do not have that capacity. I can't do that. So if you try to become the niche too early in your content creator journey, you're gonna have a channel full of random videos. If somebody goes to your channel, they don't know what you're about. The algorithm don't know who to show it to. All the views will flop and you're gonna give up. Which brings me to the new way to approach your niche in 2026 and beyond. Your niche is actually your movement. For example, my second channel plateaued because I picked a topic which is too specific, YouTube for business owners. You would think there's a lot of people who may want that, but in reality, there's just not many people who are at the level of they have a business, they want to use social media to promote their business, they want to use YouTube specifically. It's so narrow. That's why whenever I make a video about that, it just doesn't really have many views. But the moment I say, hey, I want to be a solopreneur, and the reason why I want to do that is that I want to make unlimited amount of money online and I can stay at home so I can spend time with my kids and to see them grow up. Like, that's my why. So the channel is about that movement. Here's how I overcome all this stuff over here, and this is where I'm going over there. So people who want to be part of this movement would look at all my past achievement and they also want to become like me. And because I'm practicing what I preach, I'm taking you along with my journey, I come across as the movement leader, right? The beauty of this is you're allowed to talk about multiple things as long as it ladder up back to the movement. So for example, I target business owners who want to be solopreneurs. These people are fed up with 9-to-5 corporate life. I can also talk about my struggles as a stay-at-home dad trying to build this business with 2 kids screaming there. My target audience is most likely around my age and probably have small children too. So the problem that I share in the video would resonate with them, and lo and behold, a lot of my clients are people around my age with small children. So the problem with picking a topic before was that I have to stick within that topic, right? So after a while, I ran out of things to say. So then I started to explore other angles within that topic that I actually don't have experience or credibility to talk in. That is a misalignment with who I am. I felt fake. But with this movement, all the videos would stay aligned with my movement, with my purpose and my target audience. So I don't feel the imposter syndrome. I don't feel like I'm not qualified to make this video because all I'm doing is sharing my journey to help other people who want the same thing that I do, who's a couple of steps behind. And the other thing I also realized is this helps to warn off copycats. When you get traction, you're gonna get people who copy your stuff. That's never gonna go away. People can literally copy the whole thing. But if you have a movement, you're sharing a lot of stories, a lot of perspective, which is harder for people to copy because it's your insight, it's your story, it's your vibe. So if you're interested in this new way, here are the steps to find out your new mission-based niche. Number 1, you gotta know who you're actually talking to, right? We call this knowing your client avatar. Traditional companies spend a lot of money to do this. They call it market research. They hire an agency or whatever to really figure out who are they actually trying to target. They do surveys, interviews, a lot of things. They want to know the granular details of who they're trying to target. Like what car do they drive? What job do they have? How many kids do they have? What color underwear do they wear on Tuesday? Like really granular details. Like they spend a lot of money on this. So you as a solo business, you need to figure that out too, who you're trying to target. How can you do that without this giant funding? What a lot of people end up doing is that they make things up. Oh, okay, I think my clients are working this much money per month. I think my clients have this problem. The whole avatar is wrong. It's made up. So how can you know exactly who you should be talking to in your content? And I think it's very easy. The only avatar that you know very well is your past self. You, a couple of months before, a couple of years before you know the things that you know today, right? You know every pain, you know every desire, you know every excuse deeply. Why? Because you're that guy or girl. So the person you're trying to target is you a couple of months behind because you know that person very well. The second step is, what dream life are you moving towards? What is your why? Why you want this in the first place? 3, this mission that I pick, am I willing to carry it for many years ahead? And lastly, what have I solved that I can confidently help others? All right, so let's break this down. Number 1, what dream life are you moving towards? I want to be a solopreneur business owner. And why do I want that? It's because I'm fed up with the corporate life. I got fired too many times. I don't believe in job security. I want to take control of my own life. And I want to spend more time at home. I don't want to deal with traffic. And I think this is a relatable why that a lot of people also want. So number 3, this mission, am I willing to carry for years? Yeah, definitely. I used to be a channel about YouTube growth, and it didn't really feel aligned to me. I'm trying to be a solopreneur with video content. In the future, I can be talking about TikTok, YouTube, whatever, right? The mission is helping solopreneurs build the life and business they want. So yes, this mission, I can stick to it for a couple of years. But if I pick YouTube growth as my channel topic, I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna run out of things to say really quick, and it's a very competitive niche. So the last question is, have I solved anything myself that I'm confident to help others? I'm like, yeah, I've built websites, which I've sold to a lot of people. I've built a bunch of personal brand, which apparently a lot of people were impressed with. They want to learn how I did it. So these are all the stuff that I've overcome, and I'm confident to help others. So now we got who we're talking to out of the way and the movement. 3, what videos should we make? Teaching videos are dead on arrival in 2026 and beyond, and AI killed it. There's no reason for you to watch yet another tutorial video, because you can just ask ChatGPT, Gemini to, hey, how to do this, and it'll give you a step-by-step thing. So people don't want your tips. Right now, they want to feel connected with another human being. We are in a lonely epidemic. Everybody's super connected with their phones, but we are actually missing a lot of human connection. So what you want to do is tell stories where your avatar would feel like, hey, I like this guy. This is what I'm currently going through, or this is what I want to go through. And this guy clearly has the answer. So the easiest content strategy moving forward is get a piece of paper or a Google Doc and list all the problems that you have overcome, big or small. For me, I have maybe 1 or 2 big achievements, but the rest are just normal, regular achievement like you and I have. So in each of those things that you've overcome, you can tell what made it difficult, your feelings at the time, and what was the lesson. That's it. In fact, I just did this on my TikTok video. It blew up my TikTok channel, and I got a lead who resonated with my story and wanted to look for content mentorship from me. All right, so these are other reasons why this is a future-proof way moving forward when it comes to niche. Number 1, you won't be boxed into a certain topic, and you will feel more aligned with your purpose. Number 2, your audience will grow with you, because you're gonna change your topic. You start with this thing, and then in the future, you're going to be talking about another thing. But at the end of the day, if it still supports your original main mission, it should be fine. The audience will go with you throughout your journey. It opens up endless room to experiment without you having to reset the algorithm. Number 4, copycats can't keep up with you. They can copy your viral video, but they can't steal your vibe, they can't steal your personality and your mission. And lastly, I think this method makes the world a better place, because you're giving insights and teaching people valuable lessons that people don't even get in school or college, that they pay thousands for, and you're giving it away for free. So to give you clarity on this whole new way of approaching niche, here's how I would like to look at it summed up. Number 1, your best target audience is your past self. Number 2, you need to identify what is your mission. The thing that you're trying to sell is you helping other people overcome the thing that you've done yourself. Lastly, your video strategy moving forward is to simply tell stories on what you've overcome. That's it. This is the best I can explain for this very complicated topic. And I've been doing content for 5 years, and I have multiple brands under me. Hope this has been helpful. If you need further help, check the link down in the description on how I can help you. And if you want to see how I use YouTube videos to get clients for my business, watch this video right here.